Hey everyone, it's Daniel.
And Matthew.
And we are A to Z Thrills. To tell you what we're doing, if you haven't already read the title, we're going to be, I'm going to be ranking the Busch Gardens roller coasters that I have ridden. Now, I do want to go ahead and say that there are two rides that I have yet to ride. That is, of course, Dark Coaster and Griffon.
Dark Coaster was not open at the time we were there. Unfortunately, we missed it by about a week and a half.
And Griffon, unfortunately, I couldn't fit on. But
that time.
Yeah,
she will be able to fit next time.
Yes, I have lost about 25 to 30 pounds since the last time I visited.
Woo!
So I'm hoping that next time I can fit.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's go on into it. I'm pretty sure we can already speculate what the number 16 coaster is. That is right, it is Air Grover.
I mean, it's a kiddie coaster. I mean, there's not really much to say. There's no sense wasting a lot of time on it. It's a kiddie coaster.
It is a kiddie coaster, but theme was actually well done. And I got a Zen ride on, which I thought was pretty awesome. But then again, it was also a slow park day, so
yep.
Yeah. No one stared at me. That was good. Number 15. Scorpion. Now, this Schwarzkopf, I think I've been on about 3 or 4. I do believe that Riddler Mindbender is probably the oldest, if not Classic Revolution. I think that's a Schwarzkopf.
Yes.
Scorpion, it hurt more than I liked it.
It hurt more than you liked it.
Yes. I liked it about this much. It hurt about this much. So, it just overall, it's a good ride, but not a great ride.
It's not good. Don't even sugarcoat it. It's really not good. It could go away. It could go away and no one would miss it.
Touche. But I did like the color scheme. That was really good. The red and blue.
Yeah.
I love it.
I agree with that pick, by the way. Again.
On to 14, we go up to Williamsburg. Now, hopefully, after the retrack, this is a lot better.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling a lot of people are about to be very angry with you.
If so, they can leave the hate comments down in the comment section down below. I will happily read them. But as of right now, number 14 goes to Loch Ness. This Aero coaster, it is good?
No. It's painful.
I mean,
it hurt.
If you watch our reverse POV, link in the description down below, you'll be able to see our reaction to it, and you can hear us being like, ow, 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 ow. Now, we were in the front row, and that could be the reason why.
Yeah, we've heard that Nessie's better in the back.
We're waiting for our next trip out there, and hopefully...
Which will not be until after the refurbishment's done.
Oh, yeah. And we'll be able to get on a brand new ride. This is the same ride credit, and hopefully it goes a lot higher in our rankings. But for right now, it's 14.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, number 13. A lot of people are going to be angry with me. This is the first B&M of the list. And it's also one that a lot of people have as the number 1 for B&M inverts. That's right. It's Alpengeist.
I'm not surprised by this. Y'all weren't with me at the park, but this ride, I really liked it. Don't get me wrong. It's probably in my top 10. Maybe even a little higher. But, it made him dizzy. Like, he had to sit down and we had to stop in our tracks for like 20 minutes.
Severely dizzy.
Yeah.
And plus,
so I completely understand this ranking.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the theming. I love the color. I love the height. I love the speed. Everything else I love. But the ride itself just made me so dizzy.
Yeah. And
the restraints, now granted I have lost weight, but the restraints back then made it to where I couldn't take long breaths. It was very shallow.
He fit by this much.
1 more centimeter and it would not have happened.
Yeah. I mean, they pushed and they were like, you're good.
I mean, I'm thankful for the ride operators, you know, giving me that extra push. But still, oh my God. Hopefully next time we go, it'll go up higher. But as for right now, number 13, long live. But then we go to the next ride, still in the same park, and that is sadly your favorite.
Well, it's not my favorite.
Well, one of your favorites. You rode this ride several times. It's Verbolten. Now, here's the thing.
Direct your hate right there. Right there. This is highly in my top 10.
Let the lightning strike me now. It didn't do it. Anyway, let me explain myself.
Ooh.
Now, we were in the front row, and I've heard some people say the front row is not the place to be for it, because it could be a row seat, especially in the very front row. Like the second row of the first car may be a little bit better. I don't know. But for me, as I've said several times on this channel, I do not like dark rides where I cannot see where I'm going.
Yeah. I get that.
And I mean, even though like with Flight of Fear or Space Mountain, sometimes I can see the tracks. I can at least like follow it with my eyes. If I don't, I get really dizzy. This one, complete darkness. Now there was some elements that I'm not going to spoil for those who haven't ridden the ride that really caught me off guard and I really did like. And I like that little drop at the very...
oh, I love the drop.
Yeah,
it's got a great drop. I mean, I think it's a really great ride, personally. I like it.
But
I actually went and got a re-ride while he sat and...
Yeah.
What were you doing while
I was eating a pretzel.
Eating a pretzel.
I mean, it was in the German pavilion, so of course you have to have a pretzel in the German pavilion.
Danke.
But anyway, not only that, but the people that were sitting behind us also was talking about the ride being kind of shaky, and I felt that. Now, he said several times that it wasn't shaky, but...
I mean, I didn't feel any shakiness. I was just laughing and smiling and enjoying it.
But I also think it could have had the fact that we went from Alpengeist, where I was very dizzy, straight to Verboten.
That is true.
So, again, next time we go out there, maybe we can go higher on the list, but as for right now, it's at this number right here. But, now we go to 11. That is down in Tampa Bay, and it is a family ride. Cobra's Curse. Now, here's the thing. This ride is great for what it has, but it leaves you wanting more. Now, I love the theming. I love the giant snake. I love the elevator thing that takes you up to the track. That's so unique. You don't see that anywhere else. But the first half after that is kind of lackluster. Then you go on the mid-course brake run, turns the car around, you go up the lift hill backwards, and then the car is supposed to spin. We didn't get much spinning. And for those that know us, if it's supposed to spin, I like it to spin. Watch our Cedar Point video whenever we went on Wild Mouse and talked about it. We were spinning like crazy and I loved it. Link in the description down below. Anyway, other than that, it's just a ride that basically you forget is there. It's just, it's...
He's got this ride higher on his list than I do. I have it a lot lower. It's near the bottom for me, even. I mean, it's just a nothing ride. It is a spinner, you know, and the elevator lift is unique. I give it that, but it's a nothing ride. I mean, you get off of it and it's like, meh, like you don't even hardly remember that you've done it. Like when he was making this list, that was one of the rides. I was, oh yeah, Cobra's Curse. That's probably near the bottom. Now I will say, if Sand Serpent was still open and everything, it would be right underneath Cobra's Curse, because that is just a very forgetful ride too. I'm glad that we were able to get the credit for it. Of course. But... long live Sand Serpent, and yes to Phoenix Rising. Cannot wait. Yes. Hey, Busch Gardens, get us on the media list. We will love you forever. Anyway, on to the top 10. Now, we're going to stay in Tampa Bay, and we're just going to go right across the road from where Cobra's Curse is. I'm sorry for all you Intamin lovers. We have Cheetah Hunt. Now, this will make a few people probably angry as well. Because, don't get me wrong, I rode twice during my redemption ride. Again, link in the description. Go watch it, come back here, let us know what you think. I rode in the third row. Great ride. Loved it. The one version that it has, surprisingly, I got a little bit of hang time from, which I was not expecting. But then I rode it again in the front row. And may I just say, ow! I am big-shouldered and big-chested. The only thing is, though, they say that the ride restraints are the same through the entire car, entire train. No, they're not. Because in the third row, I fit completely, buckled it in, no problem. In the front row, I clipped in just barely, pushed down as far as I can go, and they said, sorry, we have to push down one more. This is my shoulders now. Then my shoulders got clamped down by that restraint, and just,
out through the entire ride. I'm holding the GoPro right here, having fun, but yeah, but also holding on to my shoulder restraint because that was stinging so much that when we went through the inversion, I almost cussed on a video. And, you know, we are family friendly.
We try.
We try to be family friendly. But I was just like, mother fudger, that hurt. But, we're not going to stay on that too long. But, I mean, I will say, very good ride. Definitely ride it when you're down there. I think it's a one-time per visit kind of ride. Maybe two, depending on how that first ride was. But overall, it secures 10th place.
I completely agree. It definitely is on the lower tier of the Intamin launches, for sure. Those old Intamin restraints, just no. No. But, I mean, it's a very good family ride. Yes, it goes upside down once, so it's not technically a family ride, but come on. The height requirement is so low, pretty much anyone can ride it, just about.
Definitely.
So, and it's a great coaster for kids that are like, I don't know about going upside down. Give it a try.
Yeah.
You might like it. But I agree with that ranking.
But I will say, number 9 and number 8, they can be interchangeable because they're the same ride type. That is right, we're talking about the Skyrocket 2s of Tempesto and Tigris. Now I will say Tigris is actually my number 9 and Tempesto is my number 8. Reasons for that is only because of really, you know, Tempesto was my first Skyrocket 2, so it had a little bit more sentimental value, I guess you can say. But also because I think the blue color does pop a little bit more than the red or orange color they use for Tigris. And plus Tigris restraints and ride vehicles just felt a little bit tighter overall. I will say, Busch Gardens though, please get rid of the comfort collars. They hurt like heck. So, if they didn't have those, they would probably be higher in my list. But as of right now, 9 and 8 right there can be interchangeable.
It's funny. When we actually first went to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, he had Tempesto as his number 2 in the whole park.
I've done some...
so I'm absolutely stunned to hear that these two are this low. I actually have them much higher on my list. I love the model of the Skyrocket 2. I think it's fun. It's quick. I mean, it doesn't last very long, but I mean, it packs a punch.
Yes.
And I love it. So I would have them higher on my list, but you know.
I mean, hey, it's my list, and as roller coaster enthusiasts, you all know these lists can change for a variety of different reasons.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, there is such thing as a bad ride.
Yeah. So I mean, it could have just been a bad ride for me that day. But I will say, the next one may concern you. For number 7, we have a B&M. And Tampa. Called Kumba. Now, I've ridden Kumba a total of 2 times. And each ride was alright. I have not been able to sit in that magical seat, wherever that seat may be, because of course I do need that double seat belt. But for what the ride has, it is really good. I like the color scheme, I like the little bit of theme that it does have, and the roar is real. But I think if it would do a little bit of refurbishment, like maybe some, you know, track refurbishment, new trains, new restraints, B&M, I'm talking to you, get some more vest restraints. I love them. I know a lot of people doesn't, but I love them. But any kind of refurbishment to Kumba could really, you know, raise the value of this coaster, at least to me.
I can't believe that you actually like Kumba more than the Skyrocket 2s.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand that. I have Kumba a lot lower on my list than that. It's a classic, don't get me wrong, and I don't want to see it go anywhere. But it is rough.
Yeah.
And it needs love. It needs some love. It needs some attention.
I agree. But on to number 6. Another B&M. And it's a new credit for me.
Ah, okay.
You think you know what it is?
Yep.
That's right. It's SheiKra.
That's what I thought.
Now,
dive coaster.
yes. Now, I'm a Val Raven stan through and through. You can channel all the hate comments here. I know a lot of people doesn't like Variaven. They say it's the weakest of the B&M dive coasters. It was my first one that I could fit on, so of course it has a little tick up there. But I will say, SheiKra's inversions in the front row hit better than Variaven. But does that channel through all the seats? I got 2 rides, one in the third row, one in the first row. No. That third row was shaky. It had that B&M shake that all B&Ms apparently get to at some point.
Well, I mean, the third row of dive coasters where you do not want to sit, period. You want to sit in the front.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way
to
do
it. That's the point of a dive coaster.
But it is a one-trick pony.
Oh, yeah.
And I do like that splashdown. I think any coaster that has a splashdown immediately is a little bit cooler than all the rest.
Yeah. Diamondback looking at you.
Mm-hmm. Fix the trains because, again, the B&M rattle is real. And I understand it's a rattlesnake, but you don't want to rattle that much.
Well, from what our friends said, the green train was the rattliest of the trains.
Touche. But it's funny that you mentioned that B&M Hyper, because the next one, top 5, is the first B&M Hyper.
Ah!
Apollo's Chariot.
The Fabio ride.
Yes. I don't know what he means, but I'll look it up later.
Oh, you will. And you'll laugh.
But this ride, I was not expecting to be this high. I thought it was going to be probably bottom tier, bottom 10, whatever. But it actually was surprisingly good. The airtime you get from it, the sustained, the speed, all that is really good.
Yeah.
Now, I do say the
Good
first drop could be better, but it was a prototype. But yeah, as you said, the views, it goes through the woods. Oh my god, you don't get to really see that. You're not looking at a parking lot.
Yeah.
AKA, Intimidator, I'm looking at you. I love you, but still, all you see is a parking lot.
That is true.
Anyway.
No, I agree. Apollo's Chariot's a good ride. B&M Hyper's really good. I mean, I can't think of a bad B&M Hyper, to be honest with you.
Not off the top of my head, no.
No. I may have had it a little bit lower, but just a tad lower. I don't think it made my top 5.
Well, we've done 3 B&Ms in a row. Do you think we should do another one? No. Let's go on to the only wooden ride.
Ah!
Invader. Now, this was one of my first GCIs that I was actually able to, fully ride and not have to worry about, oh my god, am I going to fit? This was really good. The whippiness of the laterals, the airtime, the theming of the queue,
the Viking theme, the Norwegian theme. Yes.
That is so good. The ride is just so good. From the airtime you get from the little bunny hills. The helix, just the tunnel, that first drop where you go into the tunnel, oh my gosh, I want more of those. Now, at that time, it was actually our #1 wooden coaster.
Yeah, I was going to say, for a brief moment in time, it was our #1 wooden roller coaster. And then we traveled to California to Knott's Berry Farm and rode a little ride called Ghost Rider. And yeah, that pretty much knocked it out. And then we traveled to Tennessee and rode a little ride called Thunderhead, and yeah.
Now, there was a little bit where we went to Magic Mountain, and that last ride we had in Apocalypse was really good.
Yeah, it rivaled Thunderhead. But still, I think I'd probably rank it 3rd or 4th.
But we're about to get on to our top 3. But let me just go ahead and take a quick moment to say thank you guys if you watched so far to this little part in the video. Go ahead to the comment section down below and tell us your favorite Busch Gardens ride and why you like it. Also, while you're down there, go ahead and click the little like button that lets us know that you're liking this kind of content, you want to see more of it. And also, while you're down there, if that subscribe button is red, you might want to press it and make sure you are subscribed to see more of our antics in the future.
Antics?
He just got cleared to ride roller coasters again. You don't think we're going to take advantage of that? Like, come on. But, let's not keep you waiting anymore. Number 3 is a new credit. It is Montu. Now, I did not think I was going to like Montu as much as I did. I thought it was going to be bottom with Alpengeist, because I do not do well with B&M inverts. And he can attest to this. But, oh my god, if you've watched the Redemption video, again, link in the description down below, you can go and see a little bit more of how I go into depth on it, but I absolutely love this ride. The whippiness, the inversions hit really good. You got some airtime, which I was not expecting, and those drops are just so good. It hits in a totally different way. Now, can I do this back to back to back? Probably not.
No.
If I have Germany in the system, maybe 2 or 3 times, but that is probably the limit. But, what do you think?
Yeah, I warned him, like, the last time, like, Monty was intense. It's, like, the most intense of the, B&M inverts. Even though he thinks that Alpengeist is more intense. I mean, I think Monty's more intense, personally. But I still have it very high on my list because it's a very, very good ride. But as he said, no more than 2 rides probably in one trip.
And now, number 2. I'm pretty sure you know where this is going. But number 2 is another Intamin. That's right, it's Pantheon time.
Oh, I knew this was coming. And this is also my number 2. So that means our number 1s are the same as well.
Of course, and we'll get to that in a second because we have a lot to talk about that one. But number 2, Pantheon.
Yeah.
It is so good.
When it's working.
When it's working. When it doesn't have Intaminitis.
Exactly.
But I will say, the swing launch on it, I was not expecting it to be that powerful.
Oh, yeah.
Because it goes forward, you do a little bit of a rollback, you go up that vertical spike, and if Top Thrill 2 is anything like how that vertical spike is
it's Icebreaker on oh my goodness, our light just went out.
Oh well, we can finish the video like this. Anyway, if it's anything like the Pantheon vertical spike, then Top Thrill 2, that is going to be an experience that you cannot get anywhere else. Hey, see the point. Media list. Make it happen. But
Tony Clark, come on.
Come on, we love the park. Anyway, but Pantheon is so good. The inversions hit very well. It gives you kind of a Velocicoaster kind of ride. Is it better than Velocicoaster?
No. No.
But it's dang near close. But just, it's so good. I rode it about 3 times. I did get a little bit close to dizzy on the 3rd ride, but that was because we also had almost no food in our system because we like to go hardcore.
Well, when it's our first visit, we go hardcore.
Yes. I cannot wait to get back on this coaster, ride a few more times, and possibly marathon it next time we're up at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. But Matt, what do you think of Pantheon?
Oh, I love Pantheon. It's probably my 2nd favorite Intamin over, just under Velocicoaster, of course.
Yeah, Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster number 1. And overall, number 1 for me, still. Anyway, Pantheon, the swing launch, the speed, the forces. I mean, I love everything about it when it works.
Intaminitis is a real thing.
Yes, it is, especially with Pantheon. It has a lot of downtime, but when it works, when it's on, oh my God, is it on? I love this ride. I could ride it 1,000,000 times, but there is one better. Number 1.
Drum roll, please.
Not necessary. It's Iron Gwazi. I mean, come on. I mean, if you had said anything else was number 1, I probably would have just dropped dead right here on the floor.
And we don't want that.
No. The drop, the death roll, the inversions, I mean, everything about it. It is a top tier RMC. It's the best RMC? Not quite.
Not to me.
Sorry, we still love Airy. Yeah. I'm sorry. But very close second.
Yes.
Very close second in RMCs.
But I mean, it's so good. In this RMC, for how good it is, I still cannot marathon it too much. As you saw again in the Redemption video. I rode it 5 times in a row in less than 30 minutes because it was a slow day and I had to stop after that because my head was killing me.
Lucky.
Yes. Only
extremely lucky.
Yeah, unfortunately. But that wraps up.
I'll get my redemption next time.
There you go. Stay tuned for that. But that wraps up.
Well, it won't be anytime soon. I'm sorry.
Well, that wraps up our video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Again, if you liked it, click the little like button. If you have a favorite ride, leave that in the comment section down below. Tell us also what you want to see us do next, whether that's another ranking video, if that's a tier list, or if you want us to go to a different park as well. Anyway, thank you guys again so much. As
I can't
always,
believe our light went out.
as always, I'm Daniel.
I'm Matthew.
And we are A to Z Thrills. As always, keep calm.
And coaster on.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
But I cannot wait to get back on this coaster, ride a few times.